Uh, Top of the morning to you, and welcome to the response strategy for today. This week we'll be looking at very interesting uh, topics on personal well-being index, and today is no exception. We'll still continue the discussion. Yesterday we looked at personal well-being with respect to diet and nutrition, and we had with us Natachi Peace, the consultant for health and healthy, yesterday. And today we are looking at another aspect. I received some bashing yesterday, which is okay. I mean, it's just a call to self on certain issues that we take for granted with regards our body. I've started making some changes, and we'll see how it goes. Like Natachi said, it's a long-term thing. It's a game of sustainability, not just finding, one miracle remedy. Lose 20 kg in 2 weeks, all those kind of things. No, but it's in living a healthy lifestyle and continuing that fitness process all through. This morning we'll be speaking with Roslyn Eyinike, who is the business manager for Truppr, and we'll be looking at fitness and wealth and lifestyle. Pardon me, and lifestyle, fitness and lifestyle. Again, it's with respect to personal health in Nigeria, and she'll be joining us shortly. Uh, but before then, I was on radio this morning discussing the personal well-being index, and yes, the coronavirus issue pandemic, is real, and it came with its own unique set of uh, challenges. But across board, we see that most times, or most countries who are sort of affected by this pandemic failed to do one thing, and there was one thing in common with all of them. You know, Vusi Tembekwayo, someone I really listened to, said something that coronavirus is not what killed the economy, is not what killed the things as we know it. He said it's the coffin that buried the already dead or dying economies or other things that were affected. And I think, that is really true because if you look at wellness, for instance, uh, you see that if we do not take care of our bodies, like what Natachi said yesterday, we shouldn't expect a quick feedback from our body. So if we do not take care of our bodies, it would be unfair to sort of instantly demand, say, higher immunity and stuff from our body. Hi, Roslyn, how you doing?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. Good
Awesome.
morning.
So, good morning. So, I was just discussing on certain things that are prevalent, especially during this pandemic period. A lot of people are looking for quick weight loss, quick immune system boost, and all those things. And we fail to understand that this is something that should have been groomed. It should have been a lifestyle. Can you hear me? Hello, Roslyn. Are you there? Hello, Roslyn.
Yes, I'm here. I'm
Okay,
here. So
okay.
sorry.
All right, that's fine. So
A
I was
call
saying
came
that.
in.
Oh, okay, okay. So I
Yeah,
was
so I
saying
had to
that
decline.
all of this should have been a lifestyle. We can't just place that sudden demand on our bodies to just perform during this period. And it's the same thing with our economy. I was on radio this morning, and a lot of people were saying, but the coronavirus is a novel virus. We're experiencing it, and all. But like fitness, a lot of things should have been in place before this virus, before this sickness, came in.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be looking at the fitness and wellness and wellness aspect of this, this morning.
Okay.
But before we go in, I know Truppr. I've been blessed to work with the amazing people at Truppr. But for some people who do not know Truppr, what do you do at Truppr? What is Truppr?
Okay, so Truppr is a fitness organization, and what we do basically is we provide organizations, fitness, wellness interventions for their employees to create healthy and active workplaces, which in turn affects the overall well-being of their workforce. So that's what we do at Truppr at the moment. Yes, we used to be, organization where we matched fitness enthusiasts to fitness events, but we've metamorphosed into the corporate setting. So we work more with organizations to ensure that we're able to create active workplaces. And also this
Mm,
would also translate to an active workplace culture, because with an active workplace culture, it trickles down to the employees and also trickles down to the business. And at the end of the day, you get happy employees, happy organizations, happy customers.
absolutely. So we look at so what have you noticed with regards to fitness in Nigeria? Um, I know that your brand would currently be struggling with, well, not struggle per se, because Truppr has always been, in a class of its own, providing unique services to unique people. But the fitness industry generally is sort of plagued with people who claim to provide miracle plans, miracle diet plans. They can burn 50 kg in 2 days, kind of thing. And people who tight their belly, thinking, and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
It's one of the downsides of this generation. They call us the Indomie generation. We want everything instantly. Is one of the downsides. But with regards to fitness as a
Hmm.
lifestyle, what have
Yes.
you noticed with Nigeria?
Okay, as a whole. So I would give it up to Nigerians. If we have to compare 6 years ago and now in terms of fitness, there's an increase in that number. Now, Truppr is 6 years, and right from when we came into the market and now, we can say that there is a total increase in the awareness and the ability for people to say that they want to stay fit, they want to stay healthy. Now, how it's being done is what now differs. Some, like you said, people are looking for fast miracles. People are looking for fast results. I don't want to use the word miracles. People are looking for fast results. And in fast results, are they sustainable?
Mm,
And that brings us to the main topic, fitness and lifestyle. Now, fitness or wellness, as we love to call it at Truppr, is
yeah.
meant to be a lifestyle, something that is sustainable from now till the day the Lord calls you home. What are
Mm-hmm.
the things you can do? And it's all about functionality. When we'll talk about fitness, it boils down to it being functional. So I go back to the days of our forefathers. Majority of the things they did were functional: walking to the farm, hunting, gathering. These things brought about a form of fitness. To them, it wasn't a structured form of fitness, but then they were getting in their non-activity, I mean, thermogenesis. So they could get that benefit of fitness, even if they didn't term it as what we term it now. Everybody wants to either be at the gym, they want to go CrossFit, they want to do yoga. Now we have different formats of exercise. But during our forefathers, they did fitness in the true sense of fitness, movements. Movements. The body was made to move. And the more you move, the better it is for your overall well-being.
Mm. Absolutely. With regards to movement, a lot of movements have had to be halted during this COVID period, and
Okay, you can say that.
fitness as we know it has had to evolve with the times. Nigerians
Mm-hmm.
are highly adaptive people. We've
Yeah.
sought different measures. I received some backing yesterday from Natachi with regards to diet and stuff. So for people
Mm-hmm.
like us who our station, our workstation is our everyday, is our 9 to 5. Most of us
Mm-hmm.
spend longer hours than others. Me having to sit in this position and reach out to people across the world is my nine to
Yeah.
five. So I don't have the privilege of farming, fishing, gathering, moving around and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
With the new reality of things, and this is not just for me, this is for many
Yes.
people who are in this situation or whose businesses have evolved to this situation. How can we improve on what is now? How can we make the best use of this? We're still going to come to the data, but how do we make the best use of this situation, to sort of improve our body system?
Okay, so I understand the fact that the coronavirus has tweaked a whole lot of things. I mean, remote working didn't used to be it used to be a luxury before, but right now it's no longer a luxury. It's now
Mm-hmm.
an active work in progress. Whether we like it or not, teleworking is going to increase in its percentage. Before, organizations didn't find, a use for people to work from home, but right now they would have to change that. Now, when you say for you, I would bring the word, and this is the one word I want to leave with everybody: intentionality. How intentional would you get about your health?
Mm-hmm.
The moment you're able to answer that question, the better it is for each individual. Like we'll say, your health is your primary responsibility. Understanding the fact that you have to sit at your desk for long hours, you can always take a 5 minutes break. And this is what we call the micro break. Nothing says that you have to eat at your desk because you have a 9 to 5 that you have to be seated at the desk. That moment of your lunch break, 30 minutes, even if you have to just grab a fast meal, within that 5-10 minutes, why don't you just walk down to, now that most people are working from home, get to your kitchen or go all the way to the dining. For those who don't have dinings, go to the couch. So leave your active workstation and go to the couch and eat your meal. Now, by doing that, you've been able to move and create fluidity around your joints, as opposed to sitting down in one location for 9-10 hours. And now we've realized that before we used to say the millennials were the on generation. Right now, there are no millennials, there are no generation X. Every
Mm-hmm.
generation is now on, because we're literally spending 24 hours working. People are getting emails as late as 9 p.m. What wouldn't happen before? So we are all in that on generation. So we all need to start to be intentional about what we do at home. So, walk to your car park. Nothing says that you cannot do the same work you do now in your car park. Just walk
Mm-hmm.
to your car park, stand, and just place your system, do what you want to do. Once you're tired, maybe you spend 30 minutes, get back into your active station and continue working. At the top of an hour, lift yourself up, do a little stretch, bending sideways, creating lengthening around your side body, which is called the obliques. You do that. Your head, your neck, because whether we like it or not, we're creating so much tension around the neck and the shoulders. So stretches can come to play. So it doesn't really, regardless of what job you do, you can still put in a bit of movement, but your movement has to be with intention. I would always say the quality of your workout or the quality of your movement is what counts, not the quantity.
Mm, absolutely. So I just
Thank
had
you.
this idea. I don't know if you would be open to take us through, say, 2 minutes of workout. So for someone like me, I was on radio earlier, so I had to do a little bit of movement. But since I got back,
Mhm.
I've been here. So maybe
Okay.
towards the
No
end,
problem.
we can do a 2 minutes where everyone, even at home, everyone even listening
Yeah,
much later in the day can also partake with
can
us.
do it.
But
Yes.
before then, let's go to the data. So we're saying that across board, the data is not really that good, especially with the personal
Mm-hmm.
well-being index. Health,
Yeah.
which used to, so there were 3 pointers, 3 indicators, 3 indices
Yes.
rather, that
There
sort
were.
of served as the cushion effect. Now,
Mm-hmm.
the personal well-being index, is made up of 7 indices that come
Mm-hmm.
together to form what we know as the personal well-being index. But of
Yeah.
these 7, 3 come together to form what is known as the cushion effect when every other thing is
Mm-hmm.
going down. This cushion
Yeah.
effect are always the higher numbers where people sort of find some comfort in when things like
Talk of.
security, economy, standard of living, and achievement in life are dropping. And these 3 are
Mm-hmm.
religion, health, and social interaction. Now, if
Yes.
anyone knows anything about Nigerians, you know that our religion,
We're
we don't play with
social
it.
beings.
Our
Yes.
social interaction, we don't play
Life.
with it. Someone said
Mm-hmm.
that no matter the situation in the country, people must still party on Friday and Saturday. And it's
Sure
true.
that
Even within this COVID-19 period, people
COVID
have found ways to get wedded,
ways.
to throw Owambe, online Owambe. My mind is blown. And now coming to our health.
Yeah.
Nigerians are particularly known for self-medication. Every parent, every mom is a doctor. She knows what to buy, how in what
Right.
measurement, and all. Um, when we look at all of this, it's
Yeah.
expected that these are the numbers that would really do well. But we see that between
Yeah.
2018, 2019, and 2020, there's
Yes.
been
A
a
decline.
reduction, across board. When it comes to our health, especially with fitness, what do you have to say with regards to this decline? Why do you think it is?
Okay, so when it comes to fitness, I have to really tilt it to wellness. Wellness is not in isolation. And
Okay.
the moment we realize that, the better. Just the same way you used about 7 indices, I would bring it back to the wellness wheel. And in the
Mm,
wellness wheel, we have the physical, we have the emotional, we have the social, we have the environmental, we have the financial, we have spiritual, and it
mm,
goes on like that. Now, when someone's mental state isn't good, it's going to tell on the physical health of the person. Once the
okay.
financial wellness of the person, financial health of an individual is down, it affects the physical. So I take, for example, the days that you're broke, how do you feel?
Mm, mm,
How do you
that's
feel?
true.
The days,
Mm,
even
true.
right now,
Mhm,
we're social beings. And that's the essence of Truppr, using fitness as a tool to bring people together and also enhance social interaction. Now,
mhm,
for not seeing your colleague, let's even use the office colleagues, and you just have to banter, especially if you're a bachelor or a spinster and you do not have family around. And for the 3 months we were in lockdown, or even for 6 weeks, you only had to banter with your wardrobe, banter with your system, banter with the doors, banter with the pots and the. It's enough to tell on your physical health and your
mm,
health in general, because staying in confinement has something to do with the brain. Now, the brain does not have the access to do some other, because you're not thinking, you're not trying to push the brain out of its own comfort zone, especially when you get into intelligent conversations. And now, yes, we say, oh, you can use the virtual space, but for how long? When you're in front of the screen, the blue screen, it's also telling on you, because that's why, if you notice, when you sit over your screen for too long, you start to feel this frontal and stress form of headache, because your eyes will start to switch and pain hurts you. And this is also, it metamorphoses down and trickles down to your physical health. So
mm,
the health of individuals will definitely start to have a decline, because one, people are not even eating right,
mm,
because everyone wants to get food on the go. Now, in getting food on the go, what do you think is in the food that you're eating? And people would not, we don't naturally tilt towards vegetables. We just want the rice and the beef, and that is it. What about your vegetables, your macronutrients, your micronutrients, water? How do people play with that? People don't, do that. So everything, that's why I said it's not in isolation. So for health to take, go a notch higher, every other aspect of wellness needs to be considered. So your emotion, even your relationship, people, when you have scuffles of, that little banter with your spouse, it affects you because you get to the office, you're cranky, and with time you get this, you keep frowning, frowning, frowning. At a point, you start to have headache. What does that do to your health? If that continues on a regular for a period, it goes from being acute to being chronic. And that's it. So there's a very thin line between acute and being chronic. So also with stress, like people say, oh, Lagos is stressful, but stress is good. Sometimes stress is good. The stress you have when you have deadlines and when you're able to meet the deadline, what happens? You get a sense of relief, and that, feast of accomplishment that you've been able to do it. So stress becomes bad when it goes from it being acute, just the mild, identifying your stressor, meeting those stressors, and achieving results. So also, so we would always see a decline because right now we're tilting towards luxury. There were days when we had to hail cabs on the road. That moment when you had to spend 5 minutes on the road, you were walking out. You were either pacing around, but right now you have to sit indoors, wait till the cabman gets in front of your house, and all you do is, oh, are you here? And once the person says you're here, that's when you step out. So really, your joints are doing nothing. All your joint does at the moment in time is walking from your house to the car. And when you get to the car, get to your location, you sit down maybe for another 4 hours. All this would tell. And that's where obesity is, getting high. Lifestyle diseases, where we talk about, diabetes, high blood pressure. In recent times, what have we heard so far? A lot of cardiac arrest, because the heart isn't getting the oxygen it deserves. Blood pumping to the heart isn't efficient anymore because, one, we are limiting the body mechanics. We need to start to ensure that we're able to utilize every part of our bodies so that our health becomes optimal.
So like yesterday, I'm still taking more fire. That's good. That's okay. That's okay. That's good. Thank you so much. So before we go for our exercise, what's the cost implication of living a healthy lifestyle? Because we had this conversation yesterday with Natasha Peace, and to some extent, yes, it's cheaper to well, in some cases, it's cheaper to get healthy food and all, but the cost of setting up and because some people believe you have to get a very good shoe, Nike shoe, you have to get all the gears and everything, before you can start. But for the everyday you and I, what does it cost realistically? What does it cost to have what it takes? Because I know you shouldn't be running in certain types of shoes because of lumbar support. I know you shouldn't do certain things. It's uncomfortable to say you want to jog in jeans, and stuff. But realistically, for someone to have a moderate setup for an active lifestyle, what is the cost implication?
Okay, so like you said, this is relative and it all depends on what individuals want. But the costs really in getting to start an active journey is your gear, use performance clothes, dry fit, breathable, so that when you sweat, it doesn't stick to the clothes, it dries out easily and you're able to sustain your workout for longer. Now your shoes, you cannot compromise the shoes you use to work out. It's pretty important because when you have good shoes to work out, the better it is for you. Now your ankle, your feet, into your legs and your knee. Then, so I would say it's expensive. I mean, I should let me not say it's not, because if you have to get a regular shoe which has all the aerodynamics and the cushion, the gel cushion, and all, an average of say 15,000 upwards, that's when you start to buy shoes. And that's maybe when on sales, because I have to be truthful, because when I have say sales, you can get it at $50. But I know there are people who buy the okay, that they get to the, I mean, Yaba market or some markets, and they are able to get shoes as, I mean, affordable as 3,000 naira. Do you understand?
Okay.
But then it's always still better to go down there and buy. If that's what you can afford, please get a good shoe at 3,000 naira. And if you know you can afford the new ones, please go for it. Now, for your gear, even if you do not have the money to buy the the new ones, you can always go to the same Yaba market and get this, or you can sew. I mean, there are materials within the market. Just ask them for the jersey materials, and you're able to buy that and sew and get comfortable with it. But that's just for the gear. But now, if we're speaking about getting into the proper thing, when people say it's expensive, it's not totally expensive in as much as you have the guide. So what do you love to do? Is it to walk? Now, walking, all you need is a shoe, a ready body, and a road. But then there are techniques and there are mechanics to these things. And that's why a professional is always advised. But beyond the professional, the first professional you have to meet before you start any exercise program is a doctor. Because the doctor is meant to tell you where you are in regards to your health. Because there are individuals who are high-risk individuals and there are people who are low-risk individuals. Now, I say to people, never get to the place of a high-risk individual that you are forced to do your workouts. Now, for people who have high blood pressure, there are specific exercises you can't do. So if you know that, it's easy for you to take that information and meet an exercise workout program to guide you through the workout program to do. So in all, it's first getting the proper gear for your workouts. Then you now move on to ensuring that you get professional advice to get into any form of workout. There are a number of, exercise formats. Like I said, there's Zumba, there's CrossFit, there's yoga, there's Pilates. There's so many of them. But even at that, even basketball shoes, like you can't wear basketball shoes for lawn tennis shoes. For lawn tennis. So also can you not wear lawn tennis shoes for squash? Because they have their aerodynamics. Some shoes are meant for unilateral movement. Some shoes are meant for multi-dimensional movement. So if you're wearing a unilateral shoe for a multi-dimensional movement sport, you would enjoy yourself. It's just like football. Football ensures that you use cleats. And why do they have those rubber studs? They have it for control, so that when you run, that's why it's to be very sincere and in true totality, it's an investment. And I would say if you feel preventive measures or preventive health is expensive, try the cost of a medical bill.
True. I like where you ended that. So as we wrap up right now, for people who say, because I know that one of Truppr's aim is to ensure more people live healthy and live a wholesome life. With Truppr communities, how can people say form groups using the Truppr platform to sort of encourage one another? Because I know that the fitness game is not, I know personally, I know that it is not easy, especially when on those days when you just want to sleep back, you just want to take in an extra 30 minutes and stuff, to sleep. Having that encouragement, would really, really boost your
morale,
your will, morale also to work out. Um, does Truppr still offer that? And if so, how can people learn get to enjoy these services from Truppr?
Okay, so we've moved from the individual community format to the corporate, but we still
Okay.
have some of the communities. I mean, the communities that were built during the time of community-based Truppr, some of them
Mm-hmm.
still exist till date. Some of them
Okay.
still exist till date. And if, people send us messages, we're able to connect them to those
Okay.
communities. But now I would have to speak about motivation. It's about getting accountable partners. Now, in getting accountable partners is finding first, what is the mutual interest? What is going to be binding you? And what is your why? Sometimes
Mm.
it's easy to say you have an accountable partner, but if you do not know your why, even the accountable partner is not able to help you. Why do
Okay.
you want to work out? If it's
Mm.
social interaction, yes, possibly that would help because whenever you're out, you're able to meet with other people. If it's for health, it's going to drive you because you don't want to start something that just 2 weeks down the line you shut out because one, you start to feel muscle soreness. When you work out, realize that these are muscle groups that you haven't used in God knows how long. In as much as they're going to engage them, they would feel that form of impact and you would feel that fatigue. But the more you get into it, the better your body adapts to it. So in terms of community, it's finding the why. What is the mutual interest? What do you love to do? Because the moment you find what you love to do, so you could join a dance community, you could join a
Okay.
Pilates community, you could join a yoga community. So it's always nice for people to identify with things they love to do that doesn't become a chore, but just a lifestyle. Because we're speaking about lifestyle. Because most people look at exercise as a chore, and that is because they haven't found that thing that they love to do. Like when Truppr started with the 5Ks, and we stuck to the 5Ks for long. And even communities right now, which are still standing, even if they're not totally Truppr based, still do the
Mm-hmm.
5Ks. And the whole essence why we said 5K was from your couch. It's easy for you to say, I'm going to give 30 minutes to just move, as opposed to saying, I want to do a 10K, I want to do a 15-kilometer run or a 20-kilometer run. So the essence of Truppr is getting people to even start, take that first bold step. The moment that step is taken, other steps can be, ramped up. Other steps can be acquired through the process of the support you get from other community members. So if people want
Awesome.
communities around areas, let them just send us, DMs, and we're able, if we still have contacts to those communities, we'll definitely do a link up.
Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've gotten to the moment that we've been waiting for. So, Rosemary is going to take us through a few minutes of workout. First, we'll start on what we can do while sitting, which is what
Okay.
most of us do.
Do.
Maybe in the office, we might not have the opportunity to do jumping jacks and stuff. But while sitting, what can we do
Yes.
while working?
Okay, so first, while sitting are you sitting right? That's the first question.
Aha,
So people,
that's the question.
that's the first question. It's not just about sitting. It's are you sitting right? And two, is the chair an ergonomic chair? I
Mm.
know that question is a hard one because how many people have ergonomic chairs? Even right now, I'm not sitting on an ergonomic chair. I'm using a dining table chair. So we don't
Okay.
really have all that. But first,
Mhm.
I would always say, are you sitting right? So when you sit, you need to be upright, your torso straight. Now your hip to your knee should be aligned and your knee to your ankle should be aligned. So you're creating a 90-degree from your hip to knee, knee to ankle. And your shoulders are totally relaxed. So you're not here, you're not here where your chest is totally open. You're not here where you're creating a hunch and rounding your spine. You're ensuring that your spine is neutral. Your shoulders are relaxed. Now, when you're seated in front of a system, is your eye with your system on the same level, or you have to do a descent, or you have to do an ascent. Because most times you see people at work, is either they're doing, it's a descent, they're looking down to the computer, and if you notice, your neck was hurt. Imagine you staying here
Yeah.
for 3 hours. What happens to your
Yeah.
neck? Now, when you're doing this, the same thing occurs to the neck. So first is, are you even seated right? The moment you get your sitting alignment, then we move to the next, where we now say we want to do exercises. So first,
Okay.
ensure that you even attain your sitting posture, because posture is really, really important. Posture alignment is very critical to our well-being. A number of, ailments, a number of, issues that we have right now is based on posture alignment. And, because organizations don't do so much ergonomics, like an ergonomics, said when we interviewed her, Amanda, most times we put the man to the job, and it's meant to be the job to the man. Because you cannot expect someone who has to drill to keep drilling and bending down the lower
Okay.
back. So you need to create platforms where even if they have to drill, they're upright, keep width level, and they can walk. That's the same way when we also do exercise, cycling. Well, if I don't know if you cycle, but if you cycle, you notice that when you have to get onto a bicycle, the first thing they tell you to do is check the seats to your hip before you get onto it. So there's so many things that we miss. Some people use ergonomic chairs, but they can't even use it properly. They don't know how to align it by loosening the knob to either take them high so they attain that posture, and also with your hands all the way to your system. So like I'll say, are we all sitting right? So if you're at home right now, are you seated right? Can you feel that alignment? Your neutral spine, your hip to your knee to your ankle, are they aligned? Are they stacked over each other? Because your ankle should be stacked underneath your knee should be in line with your hip. Now sit, and now let's just interlock our fingers in front of us, create a straight line. Now you would notice something within your back, your shoulders. What happens there? It lengthens. Now just take it up all the way above your head. And now just take your arm bone slightly to the back. And now bring it close to your ear. Yes. Now bring it close to your ears. And now let's just tilt gently all the way to the right, ensuring that you understand that your body has got a range of motion. So don't try to strain. So you feel this in your side body and also the upper part of your back. Now come up.
Yep.
Come up. And now let's fall all the way to the left. All the way to the left. Come back up. And now place your hand to the base of your head. Interlocked fingers to the base of your head. And now you're going to take a spine twist all the way to the left. So your right elbow is going to come all the way to the left side. So flow and just gaze to the left. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently come back. And now go all the way to the right. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back. And just gently release your hands down. Now take your right hand.
This is good.
So take your right hand, place it on your left ear. And now we want to stretch the left side of the neck. So just tilt all the way to the right. Feel that stretch on the left side of your neck. So you can keep stretching deep. So the more flexible you are, and if your body range of motion allows for it, you can go lower. If not, just stay where you're comfortable, that sweet spot in your body. And now gently come up. Drop the hand. And now take left hand to right ear. And now just tilt all the way to the left. Feel that stretch on the right side of your neck. And now gently bring the head back. And now placing your big thumb underneath your jaw. Now we're going to chin up. So just start to lift your head all the way up. Gaze to the ceiling. Just ensure you're breathing. So don't try to hold your breath. Down. Bring it down. Bring your head down. And now you can place your hand on your head as you tuck in your chin towards your chest. And gently bring head back to center. And now you take your right hand, take it to the mid part of your back. So it's in between your left scapula and now just hold on to your right elbow to the outer part. And now just start to pull in for that tricep stretch. Really pull in. And now push and bend all the way to the left.
Ooh.
And now gently come back. Release that hand. And now take your left hand. Bring your right. And now start to pull all the way and now bend slightly all the way to the right. And gently come back. Drop. Now you place your hand on your thigh. Okay. So what you're going to do here is you're going to inhale and exhale. Is the seated cow pose. When you inhale, you just go and lift your chest so your chest comes out. So you create an arch in the back. Your elbows would slightly bend in. And as you exhale, you're going to elongate your hand underneath your knee and really round your spine. Really round your spine. Exhale. Inhale, bring it in. Opening your chest. And as you exhale, just fall in, round your spine. Inhale, take it all the way. Lift all the way. Open your chest. Really dropping your head to the back. And as you exhale, just go all the way as you round your spine. And gently just come all the way up. So that's that's a simple. And once in order to end this, you can just shut your eyes and just do a mental count from 1 to 10 and from 10 to 1 breathing. So let's try it. Just shut your eyes, mental count 1 to 10. And ensure as you do this, you're breathing. So just keep inhaling as you do that mental count all the way to 10. And once you get there, start to exhale, doing the countdown. You'll feel your shoulders start to drop all the way down. And once you get to 1, just open your eyes.
Wow. This is amazing. This is amazing. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be speaking with Rosalyn Enrique, business manager at Truppr. Thank you so much. This has been amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much. Do have a wonderful day ahead.
I sure will. Thank you so much for having us.
Sure. Bye.
All right. So ensure you keep doing this. Ensure you keep doing this.
Most definitely.
Then, and when standing, just match in place. Like people say they don't match in place. So just before we go, just a simple thing, because people might say, what can they do at home? Now, even at home, you could just match in place. Stand and just keep, we all did march past when we were in, I mean, primary school, even into the into our secondary school. And
Mm-hmm.
except people had underlying health issues, but for any active kid, we all had to match. So just stand on the spot and just keep lifting your left, right, and do that for 5 minutes. And tell me if you wouldn't walk a sweat. You would walk a
Mm.
sweat. Now, you could go about dancing. Get 4 of your favorite songs, and that is already a playlist. Dance. You can do the white man dance. You know how those white people just do? Just keep
Just
shaking.
dance anyhow.
Yeah, just dance anyhow. And that's
Mm-hmm.
you've put in, I mean, like 15 minutes of workout. Another one is squats. You have a chair. All you need is stand. Act as though you're sitting. Do this 10 times,
Mm.
and you get this. Walk to your refrigerator, not to pick anything from the refrigerator. Just walk to the refrigerator wherever it is. Open it, close it. Walk back to where you started from, just along your corridor or within the living room. Do that. Pace around. You're on a call. You don't have to sit. You can pace around. Now you want
Mm.
to, I mean, go get something down the street. You don't have to drive. So even within the house, just even in your house, there's so many things you can do. If you live upstairs, a one-story building, climb the stairs 10 times within a short space of 10 minutes. You've gotten in a workout. So there's
Mm-hmm.
so many things you can do. Like I would say my best 5: squats, jumping jacks, plank for core fitness. So what I do, jog in place, you get in your cardiovascular exercise. Your squat, you're building your lower body, that's your legs. Your plank,
Mm-hmm.
you're building core strength. Yes, and jumping jacks, cardio. So even with these 4 exercises, you're getting in something. And when you do push-ups, you're getting in upper body strength. So see, I've listed 5 different exercises which automatically touches every part of the muscle groups across our body. So the more we can do this, it's like I said when we started, intentionality. You need to be
Yeah.
intentional about your health. No one is going to
Mm-hmm.
be intentional about your health. Your employer is not responsible for your health. They can
Mm.
only aid by creating platforms for you to utilize. But if you do not utilize it, they have nothing to do when you fall ill. Do you understand? So we all have to be
Mm-hmm.
intentional about our health. We all have to be intentional about our movements. And really, it's about moving. Just find something to do. Cook, meal prep. Meal prepping is
Mm-hmm.
work. Cutting the
Mm-hmm.
vegetables, getting to the market, do it's work. By the time you go to your kitchen cooking, just strap up a Fitbit and see how many steps you get. So I'd say thank
Yeah.
you so much for having us. And if
Thank
there are
you for
questions, people should feel free to reach out to us.
yes. Okay. Okay. How can we reach out to you?
So they either send an email to info@truppr.com, that's truppr.com, or send us a DM at Truppr_.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Rosalind. Do have a wonderful day.
I sure will. Thank you. Thank you,
Bye.
Dwayne. Yeah, bye.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. My body feels amazing right now, and I'm going to continue this as a lifestyle. A lot of us are stuck on our systems, in a sport for a very long time. People who like Carter's Pastry here, who is the number one baker in Abuja, has to do a lot of movements in one sport. These are awesome things that we can do to help our bodies. Like she said, the work, will continue, but it's our bodies that we need to pay attention to. The work was made for man. Man was not made for work. Thank you so much, everyone. Tomorrow, we're going to be joined by a doctor who will give us a medical perspective, scientific perspective to personal health in Nigeria. I appreciate everyone for joining in, and I hope you enjoyed the mini exercise we did today. Please try to reach out to Truppr if you have questions. if you want to sort of engage their services for your organization, please do so. And see us tomorrow. And I'll see you tomorrow also. Do have a wonderful day. Bye for now.